भावतोरिया जय। जहाँ प्रसाद भाई भावतोरिया जय। कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होते, कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होते, गुरु मुखा पद्मा वाक्या चित्ते ते कोरिया क्या। गुरु मुखा पद्मा वाक्या चित्ते ते कोरिया क्या। आर ना कोरी हो माने आशा, आर ना कोरी हो माने आशा। श्री गुरु चरण रति ऐसे उत्तमा गति। श्री गुरु चरण रति ऐसे उत्तमा गति। जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्वा आशा। जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्वा आशा। चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो, दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो। प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते। प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते। वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो, वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो। श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधमा जनारा बंधु। श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधमा जनारा बंधु। लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना लोकेनाथ लोके राजीवाना हाँ प्रभु कोरो दोया देहो मोरे पद छाया हाँ प्रभु कोरो दोया देहो मोरे पद छाया हाँ हाँ प्रभु कोरो दोया देहो मोरे पद छाया हाँ हाँ प्रभु कोरो दोया देहो मोरे पद छाया ए बेजास कुसुक्रि भुवाना ए बेजास कुसुक्रि भुवाना जयो प्रभु पदा जयो प्रभु पदा प्रभु पदा जयो प्रभु पदा प्रभुपाद 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 जयो जयो प्रभुपाद जयो जयो प्रभुपाद 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 जयो जयो प्रभुपाद नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांता स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चातादिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jayo Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jayo Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jayo Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jayo Radha, Sham Sundar Radha, Sham Sundar Radhe. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajkacharya Astotra Sachi Shrimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON's founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. VVT founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajkacharya Astotra Shrimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र महारानी की जय। श्री श्री निचाय गौर सुंदर की जय। श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नीलचल जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय। श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Lada Dayini. Prahlada Lada Dayini. Hiranyakashipu Bhakshahai. Sila Thanka Nathala He. Sila Thanka Nathala He. Hito Nasimha Parato Nasimha. Hito Nasimha Parato Nasimha. Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimha. Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimha. Baihe Nasimha. Ridahe Nasimha. Narasimha Maidim Sadanan Papade. Narasimha Maidim Sadanan Papade. Tava Kada Kamalavade Nakanat Bhuta Singha. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanda Bringam. Keshabdita Nadahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Tava Kada Kamala Vade Nakana Singha. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanda Bringa. Keshabdita Nadahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Keshabdita Nadahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Keshabdita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsingadev 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 Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev 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 Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj Shri Bhakti Vignasvana Shakni Singade Bhagavani Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Shestra Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitai Gopam Hare Krishna. Krishna? You sing. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Sunday Love Feast program. I'm a little bit confused actually. You're happy to be here, you're unhappy to be here? Happy? Then act like you're happy. At least you don't say Haribo. We can wish Kunjalila Mataji happy birthday also like that. Happy birthday, Kunjalila Mataji. Say happy birthday. Wow. You guys are really slow today actually. So we have a very nice lineup for this morning. We have a very educational program lined up for you actually. So one, we have Krishni Mataji, who is an educator, a disciple of His Holiness Parthasarthi Das Goswami Maharaj. She'll be taking us through the college aspects that we need to do to try and equip ourselves with some knowledge in 2025. And then we'll have Braj Kishore Prabhu, another educator who's a disciple of His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, who'll do the Sankirtan Awards for 2024 actually. So between the two of them, they'll try and lead us into a nice path. We have some gifts to give away for those devotees that participated in the book marathon. And we hope that you will participate enthusiastically. Is that okay? Only half of you said that you will. The other half. So now we're going to have our wonderful devotee Karthik lead us into Jai Radha Madhava on Mother Krishna's behalf. And then after that, she will take the esteemed seat and lead us into some education qualifications. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Bihari. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Prabhupada ki.
So Krishna Mataji, please. And while we are waiting for Krishna Mataji to take a seat, just remember there's a few things that you need to be aware of. The Children's Jagannath Fun School. So they have done an amazing job in 2024. So I think you can give them a huge round of applause. And if there's one reason to have children is to enroll them in the school. Okay, you're too slow today, so it doesn't matter. So if you're looking for space, or if you know anybody that has children that would be inclined to enroll in the fun school, please ask them to do so. The Matajis have done an amazing job last year, and this year will be an even better year for them, actually. So over to Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna, and welcome to you all, you wonderful devotees. I'm especially feeling very, very honored because I'm in the midst of some very great devotees. After all, we have all the book distributors today. So let's give a nice round of applause and welcome to your good selves. Okay, so our program's going to take a little different angle today, as Prabhu Prabhu mentioned. My task today is to try to convince you to study in Srila Prabhupada's Bhaktivedanta College of Education. And I'm hoping that the right words come at the right time and that you feel enthused and inspired by the end of this very short presentation, because Raj Kishore Prabhu will then move on with the book awards. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I want to refresh our memory and refer to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 2. Quite a famous verse, but I'd like you to see the relevance of this to our presentation today. Raja Vidya Raja Guyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyayaksha Vaganam Dharmyam Susukam Kartam Avyayam. The translation: this knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed. Now, Srila Prabhupada's purport is quite lengthy, so we won't refer to that. So I will choose rather to summarize it in some key points. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakalaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnabhyo Namo Nama Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, said that it is his great desire that all the devotees study his books. He used the word scrutinizingly, meaning we don't do things whimsically. There is a systematic, organized way of actually delving into Srila Prabhupada's books. And you know how many hours Prabhupada spent trying to translate. Even in his very last days, Prabhupada was using his breath, his last breaths, to translate so that we can benefit from this knowledge. In a letter that he wrote in 1972, in June, he stated, and I'd like to read what he said, "I am very much stressing at this point that all of my students shall be very much conversant with the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and that they should read our books very diligently, at least 1 to 2 hours daily, and try to understand the subject matter from varieties of angles." And yet in another letter, because Prabhupada wrote thousands of letters, in September 1976, he said, "You should always be alert in understanding the Shastric conclusions. That will help you. Otherwise, we can be misled by bogus philosophies. I am very pleased that you are studying the books. This will make you happy and successful." So this Bhaktivedanta College of Education and Culture is actually fulfilling a very, very important instruction, a cardinal instruction of Srila Prabhupada. And it is making us disciplined and gearing us to be perfect preachers. What do I mean by that? We are actually the instruments of Lord Chaitanya's movement. Remember, 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself, came down to teach for this yuga the importance of chanting the holy name and how to be the perfect devotee. He couldn't do this by himself well, he can because he's the Supreme Lord. But he left this legacy for us to continue. So Srila Prabhupada took over, and Srila Prabhupada is expecting each and every one of us to do our share. It doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are. I was very impressed with the little devotee Karthik. Being a youngster, he's just entered high school, by the way, and you know how our teenagers can be so easily distracted by things in this world. But he has his mind fixed, and he's leading a correct path. That's because of the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And of course, he attends classes. So Prabhanu Prabhu mentioned that, we have children's classes from age 4 and going right up to adult classes, and there is no age limit. I was also speaking to Kusum Mataji when she came in, and she was telling me how this body can give you so many aches and pains. But I said to her, your mind is still fresh. Your mind is still active. Because Mataji, at her I'm revealing your secret, your age of 77, is still such a wonderful book distributor herself. Now, how many of us can say that at that fragile age, we will be doing our bit for Srila Prabhupada? So this college is doing amazing things. Apart from giving us the opportunity to gain that knowledge, the secret, like that verse says, you know, the secrets of education. It's also developing our bhakti. And that is what we need to do side by side. When we study in the college, we go deep into meanings, Srila Prabhupada's transcendental purports, which is actually the gem of us studying all of those books. And what does that do in return? It has a spin-off, it has a ripple effect, because then we are inspired to do better devotional service. Or if we weren't involved in any such activity, then we want to try. We want to at least, okay, temple is having an event, maybe let me go and see how they require help in the bottom cooking. Or maybe I can sweep up the Lord's room. So it helps side by side with the activity that we do. It's not that when we study in the college, we're doing it just so that we can get a following, because we now learn how to recite verses like in a parrot fashion. Then that is not Vigyan. Vigyan is realized knowledge. What are you doing with the knowledge that you are getting? So, it is said that in reading Srila Prabhupada's books, we arrive at the conclusion of Shastra. And we try to assimilate and practice what is obtained in the purports. And then hopefully we will be convinced of the secrets being revealed to us. Now, for those of you who are thinking of initiation, right? Obviously, you're going to have to go through a little bit of a formal procedure. There's some interview that is going. And like you would in a materialistic world, be judged for whether you're a suitable candidate. So then we have to look at you to say, here's a devotee who is willing, he or she is showing some promise. They want to learn, they want to study. So another benefit of studying in the college, whether you're doing a short course, whether you're doing one of our long drawn-out courses, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you are dedicating time to study Srila Prabhupada's book in a systematic way. So it holds you in a very good stead for initiation. Even if you already initiated, right? Remember, we can't say that we know everything. There is only one supreme person, that's Sri Krishna, who can claim that. So we want to learn more and more how to be a better devotee, how to gain love for the Supreme Lord. And we do this alongside, I said, the bhakti yoga that we practice. So studying in the college will aid in that regard. Like I said earlier, we are all instruments of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So our duty is to give back. And when you study in the college, you don't realize it, but you become a preacher. Sometimes you may be informally just having a discussion with friends or family. And then it's something that you learned in class that you share with others. And they feel enthused when they hear about that. So that is a form of preaching. Also, many people think, oh, you hear this word college. It's quite daunting. Some say, oh, I'm too old for that right now. I've passed my years. My brain doesn't function properly. But I'm telling you from experience, and there are many senior devotees seated amongst you who have studied in the college and will tell you how much of fun, how many blissful times we've had together. Actually, you develop a greater appreciation for one another. And that's something that Srila Prabhupada and the Lord himself wanted, that we must learn to appreciate and value the other. So when you sit in class, it's a non-threatening environment. Yes, you may have to take some key points, or the lecturer could give that to you. But when you start to see how it impacts your life, the discussion is not something so out there beyond you. We always bring it back. What does it mean for me? How do I go forward? What is Prabhupada trying to say? Right? So it's a very calm, relaxed atmosphere, and you are free to ask whatever question, no matter how trivial you think it is, because we're all there to learn and support one another. And of course, every time you learn in the college, whatever it is, the subject matter, you are improving on your own sadhana. Right? Automatically you find that somehow you're inspired to wake a little bit earlier, to do a little bit more of the rounds. Or the offering that you make, you put more thought and care into it. So these things, they may be seated at the back of your mind, but they come to play over time and as you study. So the college classes that we have will be run by a very group of dedicated teachers who themselves have studied through the college and who are supposed to have been seasoned or at least gained a little bit more experience to share this with you. Like I said, nobody knows it all, but we are here to share that with you. And if you're still not convinced of why you should be in the college, then His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami, he wrote that the Bhakti Vedanta College of Education and Culture is very important in that it gives specific training to do the most important service there is in Krishna consciousness. And that is to preach the message of Bhagavad Gita, and in this way deliver the people from material existence. So here's Maharaj saying, and of course so many other gurus in our movement have said the same thing. And then just two quick references from Shastra to convince you. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 9, it said, Madchita Madgata Prana. Their Lordships Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Maharani, Ki Jai, Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Sunnat Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Bodhiyanta Parasparam, Katayanta Shamam Nityam, Tusyanti Charamanti Cha. Translated, the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. That's Lord Krishna speaking to Arjuna. And then in Srimad Bhagavatam 1:18, another famous verse, Nasta prayesu abadresu, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavati Uttama Sloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome in the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So there are so many references in Shastra about the need for us to offer our intelligence to the Supreme Lord, and by studying Shastra, how much we can derive. Even Narad Muni, when he was speaking to Vyasadeva, and this reference is also in Bhagavatam 1:5, 10 to 11, he said, those books that do not glorify the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord are said to be the place where that attracts the crows, right? And what do the crows go after? What do crows like to go for? Yes, all the unwanted, the leftover, the nonsense things. But the next verse says, those who engage in the study of books that praise the Supreme Lord, that describe the pastimes, that is supposed to be the pilgrimage for the swans, right? So we can choose either to go and read all the other thousands of nonsense out there and study it, or we can make the beautiful, intelligent choice to study Srila Prabhupada's books amongst devotees who genuinely have your best interests at heart. So we will be seated at the back of the temple room for both the children's class registration and the adults classes. If you do want to register, please give it a try. There is no great pressure. Like I said, you'll be seated amongst one another. Yes, there may be a slight kind of assessment just to see, okay, you understand. We take cognizance of your age when it comes to things like that. We assist you all along the way. We provide you with the material that you need. It's for you to now get involved in that. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. There are various courses for adults from Bhakti Shastri, but that requires you having studied at least a bit of Bhagavad Gita and some short courses. And that's Bhakti Shastri is run over 2 years. Then we've got Bhagavad Gita overview. We've got, for those who just want to start, like you want to learn the ABCs of Krishna consciousness, we have the Bhakti Sadachar. We've got other short courses along the way. So there's so much to look forward to. If you can't commit to a long course, please do consider signing up for one of the short courses. And we look forward to having you in Srila Prabhupada's Bhaktivedanta College of Education. So Hare Krishna, thank you so much for listening. I'm now going to hand over to Vraj Kishore Prabhu and his team to do the book awards. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Her Grace Krishna Mataji ki.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, Mataji, thank you very much for that brilliant presentation, and of course for making my service here this morning so much easier, because you emphasized the importance of book distribution which just takes away a little bit of responsibility from my side. But for those of you listening attentively to Mataji, she's pointed out how important it is that we study Srila Prabhupada's books. He invested his entire life towards printing, publishing, and distributing the books. And it is our single most important duty in ISKCON to distribute the books. And of course, as Mataji said, before you distribute the books, it's important that you know the contents of the books, and therefore studying the books and understanding the books is also very, very important. So thank you, Mataji. So coming back to what we have to do today, this is my able-bodied assistant. His name is Karthik, and he's been introduced already, and I think he needs very little introduction. He's always doing such lovely devotional service. So today is a very special day in that we are acknowledging and presenting to their lordships the participants in Srila Prabhupada's Summer Book Marathon 2024. As you know, it's not an easy task to distribute a book, or even to try to get people's attention to sell a book. Those of you who have been to the malls, the streets, you know how difficult it is to try to get somebody's attention, because generally the moment they see you in Hare Krishna attire, people generally tend to walk the other way about. So it takes a lot of guts and grit to try and approach a person to do that. Of course, even to secure a sponsorship is not very easy, because you have to pluck up the courage and go to this person and say, can you please sponsor some books that we want to distribute to schools or universities or hospitals and so on. However, the devotees that we're going to acknowledge this morning are truly Srila Prabhupada's soldiers, because they have gone out so boldly to please Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said in this amazing book that you see in the front here, we should always be enthusiastic to try for capturing the rhinoceros. We should, in that way, if we fail, everyone will say, never mind. Nobody can catch a rhinoceros anyway. Can you imagine how difficult it is to try to catch a rhinoceros? And if we succeed, then everyone will say, just see what a wonderful thing that they have done. And that quote is coming from A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So the point of that quote is to show you that yes, there are difficult things that there are in life, and we should at least try. And if we fail, he says it's okay. But if we succeed, can you imagine the amount of glory you're going to get? Not only from Srila Prabhupada and that whole sampradaya, but from the Lord himself. So before I start with the presentation of the awards, I would like to explain how points are calculated. Because often devotees come forward and they say, but I've distributed 30 books and you mentioned something about 20 points or 15 points. How does that work? So very quickly I'll tell you how it goes. So throughout the ISKCON temples, throughout the world, all ISKCON temples follow the same template. We basically award points, and the points have been calculated by the Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust. They call that BBT, and we have one here in South Africa as well. Often you've heard of His Grace Govardhan Prabhu, and he's often speaking about BBT and so on, but he also has other responsibilities. And so points are calculated as follows. There are 4 categories. So we have a small book. So this would be classified as a small book. And of course, how the categorization has been done, we don't interfere with that, because BBT, in their wisdom, have classified the books according to this particular way. Then you have a medium book where we believe that it applies in terms of size and in terms of volume and so on as medium. Then you have a big book and then a Maha big book. So a big book would be a book that you're seeing in the front. Bhagavad Gita is classified as a Maha big book. This, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is an 18-volume set, is also classified as a Maha big book. So how does the points work? The small books carry 0.25. Simply put, it's a quarter point. The medium book carries half a point. The big book, like these here, Chasing the Rhino, carries 1 point each, And the Maha big book, that is the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam, they carry 2 points. But the Srimad Bhagavatam, remember, it's an 18-volume set. So if you go into the calculation, you got 18 volumes of 2 points each, so you got 36 points. So just by distributing a Srimad Bhagavatam, you can carry that. Of course, the BTG subscription carries 5 points. So that is why we try to encourage you to go and distribute or try to sign up people with Back to Godhead magazine. All right, so the scores that were compiled were according to the records that we captured at the gift shop. As long as a registration was done by yourself where you filled out the form, whether it was an individual participation or a team participation, and you purchased books from this temple for distribution, you are being recognized for your efforts. Of course, if there are any omissions and errors on our part, that is the team that puts this together, we ask for your forgiveness. You can always see us at the end of the function, and we will rectify the situation if there is an oversight. And please forgive us. So in keeping with this system, I will announce the number of books that the participant has distributed and the equivalent book points. It's not going to take too long. I'll go through it quickly. At this point, I would like to invite our temple president, who is very passionate about book distribution himself, and you'll see why. His Grace Prabhanu Das, to make the presentation to the different devotees. So we'll start now, and then Karthik Prabhu will also hand out the books, which are the gifts that we are using to acknowledge the efforts that all the devotees have put into book distribution. So we'll start with Bhakta Ryan Kesopasad, who's distributed 1 book. And remember, if you distribute 1 book or 100 books, it's equally important. And he has book points of 0.5. We may not find some of the devotees present, so we'll leave it aside and give it to them later. Can we leave it aside? That's fine. Okay, next we have Vasudha Devi Dasi, who's distributed 3 books for a book point of 0.75. Is Vasudha Devi Dasi here? Okay. Okay, yes, Mataji is here. Yes, I think we can all give her a round of applause. Thank you, Mataji. So whilst Mataji is coming up, we're looking for Bhaktin Kuki Tasya, who's distributed 4 books and gets 1 book point for that. Bhaktin Tasya? Not in. Thank you. Then we are followed by Bhakta Ramji Kilawan. I've seen him here, and he's definitely in the audience, and he's distributed 4 books for a total of 1.7 book points. And as Her Grace Krishna Mataji was saying, there's such dedicated devotees out in the audience here that even some of them are much older than some of the other devotees, but they still go out and make their effort. Okay, he's followed by Chakradhari Das. I haven't seen this devotee here. And he's got 1 book and he's accumulated some book points of 2 points. Then it's Bhaktim Amrita Rajanal. She's done 10 books. So Mataji, I'm pretty sure I saw you here. Yes, for 2.5 book points. Let's give her a round of applause. If in the meantime Bhakta Vinesh Rajbans can make his way, he has also done 10 books for 2.5 book points. If the devotee is not around, if there's a representative, they're most welcome to come forward. The next devotee is definitely, I've seen Bhakti Nerisham, who's done 7 books and have accumulated 2.5 book points. Please come forward, Bhakti Nerisham. Thank you. And like I said, there are lots of senior devotees who've been here in this movement for a long time, and one such devotee is His Grace Kamyavan Das Prabhu. He's right in the front, is always here at every temple program, and he does such a sterling job. 10 books for a total of 2.5 book points as well. I have also seen Bhakta Avikar Singh. He's here somewhere in the front. Yes, Prabhu. Also 10 books for 2.5 book points. Ananda Vrindavana Dasi, 7 books, but I haven't seen Mataji unless, of course, she's sitting in the audience. And sorry, a total of 9 books and 2.7 points, 7.5 points. Radharani Kripa Dasi, total books 2 and points 3. Mataji was here, but she said that she had to step out, so we'll keep a book aside. Thank you. Bhaktin Michelle Singh, total books 2, points 3. Remember, if they get more points than books, it's because the books are bigger. Okay, also not here. That's Bhaktin Michelle Singh. Bhakta J. Bhagwan Din. I haven't seen this devotee, but I know who he is, but yeah. Also, 3 books, 3 points. Bhaktin Ishara Mohangi. Total books 2, 3 points. That was the Mataji that explained earlier on that she had to step out. It's okay. Okay, it's Bhaktin Lokashi Ramnath. Is she here? 15 books for a total of 3.75 book points. Bhaktin Lokashi, not here. Bhakta Sujal Premjit, 10 books for 4 points. Okay, so we have, sorry, my apologies for Lokashi on that, thank you. So back to Bhakta Sujal Premjit, 10 books for a total of 4 book points. Anyone knows whether the devotee is around? Okay, let's move on. It's Bhakta Babs Sanmugam, who's seated here. He was here earlier on. Yes, he's here. For a total of 9 books, 4 points. While Babs makes his way, Bhakta Ishka Maharaj, 11 books for 4.75 points. Okay, I don't think she's around. Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, 12 books for 5 book points. Thanks, Prabhu. Yes. Bhaktin Sally Manilal, 20 books for 5 book points. Thank you, Mataji. While Mataji makes her way forward, Ishvara Puri Das, everyone knows him, he's always doing service around. He's done 8 books for 5.5 book points, but I think he's currently busy with something. Bhakta Raj Murad Prabhu, I don't think anyone needs he needs any introduction. He's always out here encouraging the devotees. Done 4 books for a total of 5.5 points. Okay, and then it's Vashana Dasi, but Rajat Prabhu is around because Mataji, is she around? Yeah, if she's in the gift shop, then Prabhu can come and collect. Well, she's done 24 books for a total of 6 books points. Bhakta Logan Governor, 15 books. Is he around? For a total of 6 points. Not here. Okay. Yashomati Charandasi, 18 books for a total of 8.25 book points. Bhaktin Sarah Maniprasad, 25 books for a total of 6.25 book points. Well done. Bhaktin Tanusha Ramphal, 14 books for a total of 6.5 book points. Not here. Bhaktin Alka and Bhakta Avinash Sukraj, 26 books for a total of 6.5 points. Also not here. Bhakta Manoj Prabhu, 23 books for a total of 7 book points. Bhakta Manoj Prabhu, any representative or is a devotee here? Okay, Bhakta Sham Singh, 30 books for 7.5 book points. Well done. Sita Devi Mataji, 15 books for 7.5 book points. Bhakta Laura and Tashni, 23 books for a total of 8.25 points. Don't think they're here. Radha Charan Dasi, 35 books for a total of 8.75 book points. An extremely powerful book distributor. Bhaktin Alodia Sheikh, 16 books for a total of 9 book points. You can give her a clap, yes, by all means. Rambhadra Das, 5 books for a total of 10 points. Thank you, Prabhu. Please come forward. Bhakta Raj Maharaj, 25 books for a total of 10 book points. Radhe Radhe Dasi, also not here. She's done 40 books for a total of 10 book points. Bhakta Nihal Singh and Radha Duti Dasi, 5 books for a total of 5 book points. Anyone here? No. Bhaktin Achyuta Priya Mataji was normally busy in the gift shop, but I don't think she's here today. She's done 14 books for a total of 10.5 book points. Bhaktin Arisha Brijlal, 29 books for a total of 11.25 book points. Well done. Her Grace Krishni Devi Dasi Mataji, she's done 13 books for a total of 12.25 book points. Mataji. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Shankar Chand Das, who's done 22 books for a total of 13.25 book points. And then, Dinasharan Das, Prabhu, he's done 32 books for a total of 14 book points. Sati Devi Dasi, 60 books for a total of 15 book points. Well done, Mataji. Bhakta Jim Manilal, he's done 43 books for a total of 16 book points. He's one of our book distributors that's often going out. Bhakta Shivan Sukraj, 43 books for 16 book points. I don't see him around. Bhakta Prem Singh, 8 books for a total of 16 points. Not here. Bhaktin Tashni has done 51 books for a total of 18.5 book points. Dr. Umesh Naidu, or also Bhakta Umesh, he's done 10 books for a total of 19 book points. Not here. Radhadesh Devi Dasi has done 10 books for 20 book points. Mataji is here. Thank you very much, Mataji. Bhakta Omkar Stevens has done 18 books for total book points of 22. Our very own Jagannath Das has done 14 books for a total of 28 book points. Okay, so we're now down to the top 10 book distributors. So this is where we normally have the drum roll, you know. And yeah, so, and we also have louder applause and so on. But we should have been doing that for every devotee who's come for. So Her Grace Krishni Mataji has already alluded to this wonderful devotee, Kusum Seva Mataji, who at that age of, if I may just go back to that Mataji, 77 is such an emphatic and powerful book distributor. Every opportunity that she gets, she will be at a mall or a shopping center and doing the book distribution. Thank you so much, Mataji. So in position number 9, we have the Sunset Marathon team, which was headed by Radhika Dasi. She called me in the morning and said that she won't be able to make it. She and another devotee by the name of Shravan put the whole program together, and they got NJP, our temple, New Jagannath Puri, to distribute books on the, I think it was on the promenade one afternoon, one Saturday afternoon, and they did such a sterling job distributing our books and the books at Shri Radhanath that we thought that we should put them into our book distribution team scores. Unfortunately, she's not here, but I will make an arrangement to make sure she gets it. Ram Sharan Das, Prabhu, 20 books for a total of 40 book points. Is Prabhu here? Which is position number 8. Is Prabhu here? Vedvyas Das Prabhu have done 131 books for a total of, and you need to listen to this, 44.5 points. He's done 122 small books, and then a lot of big, and some bigger books as well. Well done, Prabhu. In position number 6 is the Jagannath Prema Namahata, and the devotees are here. So it is headed by Damodar Prabhu and Lalita Gopal Mataji, if any one of them can come forward. And they have done 44 books for a total of 64 book points. Remember, they have done bigger books as well. Then, in 5th position is His Grace Jagannath Prabhu. He sent me a message in the morning that he won't be able to make it because he's serving his Maharaj, but I think I saw Mataji around. And the granddaughter is here to receive on behalf of the grandfather. 249 small books. That's on his own individual capacity. And in total, 257 books for a total of 69.25 book points. That's Jagannath Das Prabhu. Junior Gopi Dasi, 56 books, and they were all big books, Bhagavad Gitas, 56 Bhagavad Gita, for a total of 112 points. Then it's VK and VR who preferred to remain anonymous with 272 book points, 272 books and a book point of 149.25. And then, in 2nd position, so this is where it heats up a little bit, isn't it? Because you're probably waiting for...
Braj Kishore Prabhu, I think you were cheating a little bit. So Vilasini Mataji and Braj Kishore Prabhu came number 3rd, and he didn't want to take his prize. So please come pick up the books.
We thought we'll be anonymous.
It's okay, you're part of the awards also. So Braj Kishore Prabhu is being humble, but how many points was that he did? How many books?
We did 272 books with 149 book points.
272 books with 179 book points. Say, Hare Krishna. This was with all the other service that he's doing as well, so well done.
That's only possible with the mercy of the devotees. Thank you. So, second position. So now, we should keep you waiting, right? But we don't want to because it's Prasad just now, and Aarti and so on. All right. So I'm sure you're doing the guessing game, and there's a whole lot of devotees outside. If they want to come in, they're most welcome to come in. Okay. In the meantime, it's that team that goes and makes such an effort to distribute Srila Prabhupada books. Day in and day out, they're going on the roads, no matter what the weather is, braving the cold, braving the rain, braving the sun, and getting the books given out according to the way Srila Prabhupada wanted it. And so in second position, it's the Harinam Ananda team. And some of the reps are here, although some of them are not here, and they have a whopping 673 books with a total of 337.75 book points. Yeah, each one of them. I'd like to call the team forward. There's 20 devotees in that team. So if they could come forward, I don't see Madhu Mangal Das Prabhu. Shamaduti Das Prabhu is incidentally in India at the moment. He's in Vrindavan, so he sent his apologies. Bhakta Niroshan, Bhakta Andesh, Bhakta Jim, Bhakta Jay, I saw Bhakta Jay here, Bhakta Sahil, Rasaraj Das, Bhakta Nihal, Radha Duti Dasi, Bhakta Dheeraj, Bhakta Suman, Bhakta Xavier, Ram Ranjan Das, Bhaktin Atisha, Bhakta Roshan, Kedarnath Das, but he's also part of the team, Jiva Tattva Das, Mahaprabhu Das, who was here just now, and Radhanath Das. So if these devotees are here, please come forward and receive the award from His Grace Prabhanu Das Prabhu. Yeah. Okay. Incidentally, there were a few devotees who were also on the team who joined from the Westfold Namahata. But when I spoke to, and they, Her Grace Gaura Premi Dasi, Karuna Shakti Devi Dasi, and Bhaktin Rose, they accompanied the team on regular book distribution. However, in terms of our records and with my discussion with Shamaduti Das Prabhu, he said that they hadn't distributed books from New Jagannath Temple. So we want to, of course, place on record our sincere thanks to these devotees for continually supporting the Harinam team. And we wish them well in their future endeavors. And then finally, in top position number 1, with an astounding 1,068 books and a whopping 1,583.5 book points, is his team, or is the team His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, headed. Yes, a big round of applause, a really big round of applause. Of course, it's headed by His Grace Prabhanu Das, who happens to be one of the biggest contributors or distributors in that team himself.
No, that's not true. Radhika Mataji is heading up the team.
He's being humble as well. I had a look at the scores and I have it in front here. You can always come and ratify. The disciples went out on a massive campaign to dedicate their book distribution to their spiritual master. Well done, team. And I'd like to call forward the members of the team if they're here. It seemed like there's Prabhanu Das. And I'll mention the names anyway. It's Nirupa Radhika Devi Dasi. She's often at the temple. Yamuna Acharya Das and Chitra Devi Dasi. Dr. Manoj Vanmari, Priyadashni Devi Dasi, Dinasharan Das, Umakanta Das, and I think it's Pranayini Radhika Dasi. So these devotees definitely need another round of applause, and a big round of applause for the sterling effort that they have done. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the book awards. If there's anyone here, so I'm going to get Her Grace Jalangi Mataji to do the presentation to Prabhanu Prabhu, because the rest of the team is not here, but we'll make plans to send the books over to them. So thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So as a concluding remark, there is this new book, it's called Vedic Philosophy, and this is the book that we gave to some of the devotees who received the awards today. It has been printed before, but it has been relaunched, and it's called Vedic Philosophy for Students. It's the book that Shri Radhanatha just launched, and I spoke to Radharaman Prabhu and asked him if we could get some, and he said yes, most welcome to get the books from him, and we used it as part of our gifts. We have this book. It's ideal for anyone who wants to study basically the whole of the Vedic philosophy and understand it. And it's put very simply for students to understand, so everybody will be able to understand it. So they use it at school situations, at high school situations, and they also use it at university. It's got a whole contents page, and I'll just talk about it in a minute. It starts with simple stuff like the teaching of the Vedas, the 4 Vedas. It goes on to reincarnation, the law of karma, and they're all nicely put in here. We're selling it at the back there for a low, low price of 50 rands. You're most welcome to see us at the back. Finally, devotees, thank you for your wonderful cooperation and attendance. And please forgive the team and for any omissions and errors that we may have committed. And like I said earlier on, you're most welcome to come and see us at the back there, and we'll rectify as soon as possible. So thank you to the temple management and all the devotees for having attended. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Braj Prabhu ki jai. Braj Kishore Prabhu ki jai. Little bit more enthusiasm, the man's heading up the book tent, you know. And also I'd like to thank Vilasani Mataji sitting quietly at the back and the entire team of devotees that Braj Kishore Prabhu has put together to help him with the books. Tarun Baladev is hiding there quietly as well, so I'm going to say thank you to all those devotees. One thing we'd like to do is to increase. So this year we did 3,700 books, I think in total, if I remember correctly, somewhere in that region, like that it is. So we'd like this year to try and increase that value. And the only way we can do that is if everybody participates. And you know, Srila Prabhupada's books is not just simply a matter of doing during the marathon. And that's why the Harinam team led by Shamaduti Prabhu and Madhumangal and team, I'm extremely, extremely grateful to these devotees. They are doing something extraordinary. They have the time and the effort and the energy to go out every single day, which is what all of us should do. But unfortunately, at least in my case, I can make excuses that I have no time. But yeah, if we can, please join these devotees on Harinam and distributing books. I think it will help us as a society. It will help us individually, for all of us to grow like it is. So if you can do that, it'd be great. Secondly, the Jagannath Fund School, like we mentioned earlier on, we want you to get as many children as possible to enroll. All of you that have kids, they should enroll. It does one very simple thing. Krishna Mataji spoke about this young man earlier on. How old are you now, Kartik? And Kartik has been born in our society. So many of us have been born. Many devotees you see are sitting within the society, been born here. So you tolerate me for a few minutes while they open the doors. So the reason that we are encouraging this is because if you bring the devotee children up in a proper consciousness, in a proper manner, with proper etiquette, with proper values, then they will grow up to be good role models in society. And this is what we want. Good role models in society, actually. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Shinitai Gaura Sundar ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is what we want from our children. But in order for us to get this from our children, we need to become good role models ourselves, actually. So it means we need to study Srila Prabhupada's books. We need to understand what's in Srila Prabhupada's books. And the devotees that have been studying Srila Prabhupada's books, doing Bhagavad Gita or Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Bhakti Shastri, you will find they've learned so much actually like it is. So please take the opportunity to study, to enroll, to make sure that you're making this effort so that you can get better, your children can get better, your family can get better, the community will get better. Is that okay? Thank you. And then lastly, there's a few announcements here. Not nice announcements, but I think I have to make them so that you're all aware of them. Vrajeshwari Mataji, for many of you that may know, may not know, she's one of our very old devotees from years back. Her son passed away on Friday. The funeral's tomorrow. This afternoon we're having a program at the house at 4 p.m. She's asked the devotees to come by. So if you're available, they live in Campbellstown, please come by at 4 p.m. The funeral arrangements, the funeral will be at the Clara State Crematorium tomorrow in Hall 2 from 3 o'clock till 4:30. And then Bhakta Dikash, many of you may know Dikash, he was coming to the temple quite regularly. He passed away yesterday. He got electrocuted while he was working. And his funeral is tomorrow, also at Clara State, in Hall 3 from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. actually, like it is. So if you can attend these rites for these devotees, we'll appreciate it. But please pray to Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Maharani for their for their onward journey in a good way, so they can go back to the spiritual world at some point in time. And lastly, today's feast was sponsored by Nilamadhava Prabhu and his crew. And we're going to have Kunja Leela Mataji's birthday downstairs, where we can all make a cut of cake. It's not gluten-free, so I'm sorry. You can't eat it, we'll eat it. Yeah, and then we'll take it from there, actually. So please remember, next week, Sunday, the 2nd, we have a DT department meeting. We're only having 2 meetings in a year for 2025. So please make sure that all those that are involved with making garlands and helping the DT department are present. And then the following week on the 16th, we have a planning meeting for Srila Prabhupada's 50th anniversary in South Africa. So if you want to participate in any way, shape or form with any programs, then please come by actually. That meeting is happening from 9 to 11 in the hall downstairs. Hare Krishna. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ke, Shri Shinitai Gaura Sundar ke, Shilo Bhari ke, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ke, Go Pramanande. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna to speak. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ramo Ramo Hare Hare, Nittai Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nittai Go Hari Bo, Nittai Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nittai Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Goda Hari Bo, Nittai Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, 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 Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. O Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami, Nayan Patagami, Bhavatu me. O Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. O Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Gaura Sundar Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Gaura Sundar Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prabhuji Acharya Sutta Sri Srimad. His Divine Grace Abhayacharya Narabrinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON Samstapaka Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki. BBT Founder Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prabhuji Acharya Sutta Sri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Mahat Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गिरिधर शिवसरी गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री नीलाचल जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगमाय की जमुना माय की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की समवेद भक्त वृंद की लॉर्डशिप श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की लॉर्डशिप श्री निताय गौर सुंदर की Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Go Pramanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladaladdhayine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Siladangana kalaye Dona Shingo Paratona Shingo Yato Yato Yamit Yatona Shingo Bahin Shingar Dayan Shingar Bahin Shingar Dayan Shingar Narasingha Marim Sharanam Prapare Narasingha Marim Sharanam Prapare Tava Kara Kamalavare Naka Mabut Chingam Dalitar Hiranyakashipu Danu Bringam Keshavadita Narahari Ropa Jai Jagadish Hare Jagadish Hare जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नाका मबुत सिंगा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु धनु भृंगा केशवदीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव नृसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्री नृसिंहदेव भगवान की, बाग प्रहलाद महाराज की, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।